What's up, YouTube? Right now, you're hanging with Mr. Jesse. I know y'all see the title. We talking about Candace, y'all.
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, Mr. Jackson. Let us go.
I used to watch her back in the days. Well, I used to watch her. I used to watch what people used to put about her on social media. They tried to make her look bad. They tried to make her look like she was against the black community. But after watching her podcast, after seeing her how she took up for Kyrie, I see a big difference, y'all. I see a big difference. She's trying to help us take the right path, yo. Because I saw one podcast when she was talking about the Democrat. She said you gotta look into it. You do gotta look into it. The Democrat is one of the groups that started slavery. The Republicans was up north. The Democrats was in the south, and they started slavery. And they did research how to keep us in slavery, how to brainwash us through entertainment and stuff like that. That what they college student from Yale studying how to brainwash us and stuff like that. I learned all that for Candace, man. Candace is a person to try to get her people on the right path, y'all. That's what she's trying to do. But let's look at this video where she was talking about Kyrie. Yo. That surprised me, y'all. That surprised me big time.
It's important. It's important to underscore, first and foremost, the absurdity of the media, the way that they are behaving in that press conference. They're essentially approaching him, pretending that every single word of the documentary that Kyrie Irving did not make, he has to answer for. Could you imagine a world in which everything you watch, right, you are somehow now responsible for every single word within it? Notably absent, by the way, is the press going up to Jeff Bezos, who is the owner of Amazon, who runs Amazon, and saying, hey, why did you allow this documentary to be on Amazon? There's no outcry. There's no everybody delete your Amazon accounts because of this documentary. They are putting this firmly and squarely on Kyrie Irving, which is problematic in the first place. I want to also make it clear that in listening to his words, it is pointedly ridiculous that they would say that he is unfit to be associated with. There was nothing that he said, but I would say that he is unfit to be associated with because he very clearly condemns the falsities in the movie. He says, I do not think this way. He actually calls them falsehoods that are unfortunate, right? He says that that is not what I said. Do not attribute every word in this documentary to what my beliefs are. He also very clearly stipulates to them when they ask him, are you anti-Semitic? He clarifies that he's not anti-Semitic. Now, why is Kyrie Irving saying that? Why is he saying I can't be anti-Semitic? That he hails from maybe Africa or from Asia, which is what the documentary explores. And I'm going to give you my feedback because obviously I watched the documentary after listening to this, right? His feedback is, do not make the word Semitic just about Jewish people in America. It includes a lot of other people, okay? Now, you might disagree with that. You might disagree with the Oxford Dictionary definition, but you can't be mad at him for stating the actual Oxford Dictionary definition. The last thing that I want to say here, just regarding his press conference, and I want to say this really from the heart, because there was so much pressure that was put upon me to condemn Kyrie Irving, right? To condemn Kyrie Irving based on this press conference, to basically decide that his pain is irrelevant. When I watched this press conference, I felt Kyrie's pain. I felt his pain, and I will say this emotionally and not rationally, as a Black person. People don't often think about how bizarre it is that we don't know where we come from, right? We don't know. If you ask the majority of white people, they'll say, oh, my family's from Scotland. My husband's family can go back so many generations and talk about where they're from in England. And when you talk to most people, they have this sort of cultural understanding of their history. We don't. It's a weird feeling. You do sort of feel out of place. And yes, of course, it's because of the slave trade. And I'm not throwing that on anybody. I'm not saying that it's somebody else's fault. But what Kyrie Irving says is that you can't pit atrocity against another atrocity and basically say that his pain doesn't matter, that his noble pursuit of wanting to know where he came from, even if he landed on the wrong conclusions, is something that he is valid in feeling. It's a journey that he is valid in wanting to go on and wanting to partake in. So no, I'm not going to turn my back on Kyrie Irving and pretend that he's an awful human being based on this press conference. It's wrong. There are a lot of people that feel that they're in pain from the Jewish community because they're upset that he shared this link. But also, if you're not paying attention, there are a lot of Black Americans that are telling you that they feel that they're in pain because you're telling them that they're not allowed to feel the way they feel about not understanding their roots.
And not only that, yo, I see so many, like, looking through her podcast, she even looking out for the women, yo. The women in her community, yo. All colors, all of the women in her community, she looking out for them, yo. Because I saw another podcast talking about how they got a transgender man that won something for the women. And that was just, how can that be, yo? The world is, it seemed like the world is not fair no more, yo. Like they trying to get transgender men playing against women in sports. It doesn't matter if they got their surgery and everything done. They will always have the strength as a man. They will always have the strength as a man. They will always be stronger than a woman. Original woman. They will always be stronger than an original woman. But enough of that, yo. Let's go ahead and get into this. What Candace was talking about when the lady won the award.
Speaking about LGBTQ issues being one of the lines that has to be towed in Hollywood, recently the first biological male was announced the winner of Miss Greater Dairy, which is a beauty pageant that is held by the Miss America organization. So this individual goes by the name Brianne, and he's become the first transgender to win the title under the Miss America organization. He was named the Miss Greater Dairy of 2023, which landed him a crown and a scholarship, and it was announced this past Sunday. Now, the Miss Greater Dairy Scholarship Program provides scholarships to quote-unquote young women between the ages of 17 and 24. Now, of course, every woman should be upset with this because this is quite literally the erasure of women, right? It is saying that if a man jumps into a caricature of what it means to be a woman, puts on some lipstick and a wig and starts talking in the way that he thinks women talk, basically puts on a performance, that he should be receiving priority over actual women who are having women experiences throughout their entire life, pretending that somehow a man's fetishes mean more than our actual existence. I can't think of anything that could be more misogynist than that, right? And I've said this over and over again. When I see a man that says that he's a woman and he's got fake boobs and he talks like a valley girl and he's got a wig on and makeup, I feel mocked. I feel laughed at, especially when they're being over the top, as that TikToker Dylan Mulvaney has been, and I'm afraid of bugs and blah, and screaming and things of that nature. It's a mockery. You're looking at women in the face and you're saying there's nothing special about you. I can put on a performance just like you are putting on a performance. There's nothing real about you. There's nothing substantive about you. I can be you. And now that we've gotten to a place in society where we don't recognize the wrongness in that and we penalize women who speak out and say, I don't like that, right? I am called a transphobe for saying that, rather than calling that man pretending to be me a misogynist. You punish me for saying it. That is a very scary space to be in society, when people can no longer tell the difference between the lie and the truth, and it begins to yell at the truth and tell the truth that it needs to shut up. We should not shut up. And I'm glad to see that the reactions on social media were mixed and that some women really believe that the win is a reflection of internalized misogyny. And one tweet, as an example, somebody wrote, "Y'all know how the left likes to talk about internalized misogyny? This is what it actually looks like." I could not agree more with that statement. How much does a woman have to hate herself that she pretends that a man pretending to be her is more worthy of love and acceptance? Just makes entirely no sense to me. And here is a video, by the way, of Brianne winning. So there you have it, a scholarship opportunity taken away from other women who are all standing next to them applauding, pretending that they think that this is fair. It's obviously not fair at all for a man to take an opportunity from a woman, especially when this opportunity was carved out to be specifically for women. But that is where we're at in our society. Up is down and down is up. All right, guys?
Now, I'm just letting y'all know, I've been with the Democrat 30 plus years, y'all. 30 plus years, yo. And she helped me open up my eyes, y'all. It seemed like I'm about to switch over to Republican. I'm not lying, yo. Like, look at the prices fluctuating, yo. And they worrying about abortion. Look how people is yo. I went to McDonald's one day, y'all. Got a McDonald's meal, yo, for just me, $14. For just me, one meal, $14, yo. $14. I remember we used to get at least 2 or 3 meals for $14. One meal. Everything's going up. A's going up. A's 12. Well, I'm in South Carolina. It's $4, but I know some places it's like about $8 for a dozen of A's. I mean, that's the stuff we need to focus on as all people, yo. The abortion stuff, we can worry about that later on. We don't have to worry about that right now. We can worry about that later on. We need to get these prices back down, man. Rent going up. How is everything going up, yo? Right now we is in the pandemic, and everything is going up. I just don't get it. Hardly nobody working, so I don't know how people paying this stuff, because mostly every job is hiring. Mostly every job need people bad. So I just don't know how people is surviving, yo. And I'm seeing on TV that some people that's poor, they rather stay poor than, get a job or get a house or get anything. They rather stay poor and stay on the corner and beg for money. I'm hearing that some of the people that beg for money in one day, they make like $400 or $500. That every day they don't do it, but like once in the blue, they'll make about $400 or $500 in one day. And the people that's working ain't even getting close to that, yo. And everything going up. These jobs need to pay more. If every time the prices is fluctuating up high, they need to make these jobs pay more money. That's what I'm thinking, yo. That's what I'm thinking, yo. I'm seeing videos on YouTube about Dollar General. Like, yo, they store is at the capacity where if you call a fire marshal on the store, they would have to shut down until they get it cleared. How much stuff they got, like in cartons and boxes and containers, because they don't have enough workers, yo. So I'm like, how are these prices so high, yo? Like, they seem like it do seem like every time Democrat get in the office, the rumor is the Republicans left it like that. It seems like every time Democrats get in the office, yo, the prices of everything go up, yo. I'm serious, yo. It's like we going to war, or the prices to stuff is going up. But when the Republicans in their office, yo, everything good. That way it seems like it to me, yo. I don't know. I know I might get a lot of hate, yo. Put your opinion down low, yo. Most of these people that's on the TV, these TV shows and these news and stuff, mostly all Democrat ran entertainment, y'all. Y'all gotta know, Democrat ran entertainment. I'm just letting y'all know that most of the Jews and stuff are Democrats, and they run entertainment. That shit, y'all need to do y'all research, y'all. Who started slavery? Who helped start slavery? Who helped build the boats for slavery? Democrats. Do your research. I'm just putting this out here because I'm at the age I should have been do this. I should have been learning all this in high school, but I didn't. Now I'm starting to study Hebrew because of Kyrie. Yo, I mean, you why you had to have somebody that big to learn something new, yo? That stuff we should learn in school. That mostly all the blessings from Israel. The Bible that everybody study is an Israel Bible. That's crazy, boy. Like, yo, it just. But we anti. Blacks cannot be anti. Blacks and Hispanics cannot be anti. Cause why? Cause we at the bottom right now, and they ain't trying to let us go up. I'm just letting everybody know that, yo. Please just comment down below what you think, man, about Candace Owens now, yo. Since she got her podcast, she showing her true colors. It seems like she is trying to help her own people, but we don't see it because so social media be putting out different clips on her, just talking bad about her own people. All I gotta say about Candace, she trying to put us on the right path, but we don't want to see it because social media got us brainwashed. They got us brainwashed, and you know that they had me brainwashed. I know. I had to watch her podcast to see what she really talking about, to see how she really is, and it opened up my eyes, man. Alright, y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe, and place your comment down below about Candace Owens. How you feel about her? Just let me know. Just watch her podcast, y'all. And before y'all even place the comment, watch her podcast. Watch a couple of podcasts. You all on YouTube, and see how she really is. Alright, y'all. I'm out.
But I know the one who does know how. Oh wow, it's like I'm learning the game with the maker I already know now. Destiny has